stuff. My music's going away. Yep. Man, why does it do that? Good morning, everyone. Just stopped off to the Joey Whispers. Why is my phone doing that? Joey Whispers feed said good morning over there. And I got to get rocking and rolling here. And I got to shut this screen. I don't know why my phone is doing this. It's Epidemic Sound's going away every time I turn around and blink here. I don't know what's going on. We will overcome. Display of brightness, auto lock. Never take that iPhone. Let's try it this way. See if it stays on now. Maybe it will. Let's pull up my stream. Give Joey a couple of hundreds here. Good morning, Mr. Whispers. Let's get on to mine. Good morning, Patrick. I saw you over there on Mr. Whispers, so you're probably not even here, but anyways, good morning. Morning, Yankee. How come you don't have a wrench here, Yankee? What's going on, bro? Where's your wrench? Did I do something wrong there? I don't know. Probably did. Oh, let's get this going. Assuming with that response, I must have done something incorrect. I can read between the lines. Maybe you can fill me in later. Yeah, she is. And I have her set up that way. If that's incorrect, man, just let me know. Obviously, I get it. I understand what you're talking about. I don't need to... I could speak in generalities here. I understand what you're saying. If something is incorrect, I can lower it. Just leave it at that. I understand. I am going to get out of here. If I can. We are heading west towards Minneapolis, out of the Quick Trip in Toma, Wisconsin. So unfortunately the sunrise is behind me and I have missed it. I learned a lesson last week that the sun rises in the east and doesn't matter which way you're facing. East, north, south, and west is directional. So apparently, as you can see, the shadow was in front of me. That would tell me that I am heading west right now. Is that correct, Yankee? And boy, it's bright in my mirrors. Holy cow. I should have waited for another 15 minutes before I left. But I gotta get this load off. Well, Yankee, that's what I want you to do. If you can. I mean, it's completely up to you. I mean, I did what I did for a reason, bud. 100%. I say I'm proud to have joined the Joey Whispers Waka Clan, and I feel like I found a place that, how do I explain it? I found a place that makes me comfortable, you know, being who I am. So if you want to accept it, accept it. Did it for a reason. Even though I've never met you, you're just a stand-up good dude. Myself. Last I saw right there was Mike on. Stopping in. We're on our way to Minneapolis now. Take about a 3-hour drive to get there. And I do know that there are some pretty darn patchy spots here. That's how that works. Okay. Gotcha. So then ignore the other thing, I guess. I had no idea, dude. So good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Trucker Zeus Channel of Chaos. If you missed it this morning, Pollock went live on Rumble. That was kind of fun. It was quick, it was fast, but I didn't have a lot of time over there. I don't know if there's a way. I don't know a lot. I should just stop saying I don't know, because clearly everybody knows I don't know. Can I get my rear camera to shoot on Rumble and Studio, or go with a GoPro, or what the hell am I trying to say here? Can I get my rear camera on the to record Rumble? I'm sure it's there. This iPhone is really confusing. Really confusing to me. I don't get it. Oh gosh. Here you go, Yankee. I did what you said right there. Hopefully it's working. Thank you, brother. I'm gonna swing into that tonight. But I don't know, whatever. I'll hop on the channels. If I can get everybody sends me over their little thing right there, I'll figure it out. Like Patrick, I can't tell you. I'm proud of you, man. It takes that's an accomplishment. I'm super proud. Glad to have you on here every single morning. I can always count on Patrick to be here for me. Yankee, DA1, all y'all. It's just a pleasure. I'm just going to leave that alone. I think it says enough right there. Brilliant. Get into what we do here. Here. Could you help me out? If you're listening, could you go onto my Discord or just say TC's rolling at the Minneapolis? I knew I was going to eventually forget that. Damn it. Oh well. Get this load off. I'm going to call dispatch. We have a big hardware store chain, home supply center in the Midwest. It's called Menards. A lot of people don't even know what that is. It doesn't exist on the East Coast or the West Coast. But I'll just say we have a home center here. It's like it's kind of like, turn this down a little bit. It's kind of like Home Depot and Lowe's and those big box stores like. Center. Oh, that's a tongue twister in the morning without any coffee. Distribution center in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's about, I don't know, maybe an hour away from Minneapolis, if traffic's good. And sometimes I can grab a load out of there that gets me back up home. So I'm loaded the whole way. By the time I get there and wait for a load can be 4 or 5 hours sometimes, and I really just want to get home and bounce over to the beverage store. I have a refrigerator in my computer room. Empty right now, so when I get home I gotta fill Beverly up. When I sit down and I jump onto my computer at home, my game plan is to waddle myself to my bedroom and go to sleep after I am done with that thing. One of the problems with my computer room, though, is it's hardwood floors in there, and the audio sounds really, really tinny at times. I got to get some carpeting in there and some soundproofing on the walls. It's really, you'll hear it, it's really bad. Sounds like I'm in the middle of an arena, standing on an ice skating rink, screaming across. It's just really echoey. But that's my plan, is to get home and start taking care of some of them projects. I gotta just take care of it and be done. I don't get much time at home. Excuse me. I'm on day number 7 of this cold now. It's ridiculous. And I'm really angry at this cold because I was supposed to meet DA1 and Mr. Yankee last Sunday. I was really looking forward to that. And when I got up in the morning, I can't remember if it was Friday morning or Saturday morning, I felt just terrible. And it seems every time in my life when I've really looked forward to something, I mean, not like talking like the birth of my children or anything, but something pulls the rug out from underneath my feet. And I don't take that as a negative. I take that as a positive. I know if I'm finding struggles in life, I must be doing something right. So the pure fact that I couldn't make it over to see you guys, Yankee, DA1 last Sunday, I'll get over there. I promise you I will. I think what would be super cool is if the whole clan somewhere, channels on YouTube. What's the channel name? Does Wisconsin. I follow him, and he does a meet and greet once a year in Wisconsin. And one of these times I want to get over there and get involved in that. But I think that'd be super cool. And how far? I've only been part of the Walker clan now for like a month and a half, and what an awesome family. And I think it would be super neat to stick some faces to the names that I see on these chats every day. Because right now it's just a name. That'd be kind of cool. That's new, that's joining in here, check my link in the description. My Discord channel's on there. I have a TikTok channel. I don't really post anything on there anymore. It's very small. After hearing what they did to Mr. Joey Whispers, I really don't care to go back on there, but it's there. There's some neat stuff on there, not a lot. If you want to check it out, I'll probably never go back on there and post anything again. I think what they did was just dirty. When a person works so hard to get their name out there and then they mute your videos, as far as I'm concerned, at that point, you can stick both your lips on my backside. So I pretty much did me in with the TikTok channel. There's a lot of bigger and better things out there anyways. We'll have to get a link tree set up. there's a bunch of stuff I need to do. I just, it's really difficult to want to do something you want to do, but you don't know how to do. And how do you do something you don't know you're supposed to do? Does that make sense? You don't know what you don't know. And that again brings me back to a CDL instructor. When I bring these students in that have absolutely no idea what this industry is like, of a group of 20 people, orientation, which by the way, that's when I did my first orientation, Mr. Patrick, when I was hired as a CDL instructor, I was hired as an instructor. Kind of segued into this, and I didn't even mean to. I was hired as an instructor because I have quite a few years of knowledge that I can pass on to the next generations. And I kind of got hoodwinked. Next thing I know was, you're not just going to go out there and show these people how to back up a truck and whatnot. You're going to stand in front of all of them and do orientation. And I'm thinking to myself, and we're talking, orientation at our company is 4 days long. I have a hard time standing in front of a group of people and just being there and not saying a word. So, we want to talk about nerves. And I went home that night and I was talking with my wife about it, and she's like, oh my God, what are you going to do? And I mean, my anxiety was through the roof. I'm like, oh, I have no idea. And she's like, you're just going to have to do it. So I was sitting there thinking, I listened to the orientation through probably maybe 2 classes, and I was taking notes on literally everything that my manager was saying, and I wanted to duplicate it, right? I wanted to do exactly what he was doing, so it could be the same thing, the copy and paste orientation. And this was in COVID, and I had a choice. I had to do it. He called me. It was like orientation started Tuesday morning. He called me Monday afternoon and said, I got bad news, Jeff. I got COVID. You're going to have to do orientation tomorrow. My heart fell. Like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. So that very first class that I had to do orientation for, this guy could talk kind of like me. He could take he did too. He could take a five word sentence and make it last for half an hour, you know what I mean? Don't you know? So here I am standing in front of this group of people trying to duplicate his orientation. And I went over to went over to a co-worker of mine halfway through the day, and I told her, I said, this is miserable. I'm standing up there and I'm talking to these, we can't call them students. When I say students, it makes me think of like a high schooler. I mean, we're talking, these are people anywhere from 20 to, one of the people who were in my class was actually a lawyer that just got tired of lying. I'm like, all right, welcome to the lying industry. And she said, you know what? You just need to make it your own. You need to do your own thing. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Just get on there and do it. Stand up in front of them. Say what you want to say. If your orientation doesn't last for 4 days, and it lasts for 2.5 days, and in the 2.5 days they get the same amount of information that everybody else gives them in 4, then so be it. And it's like, well, I don't want it. That's my concern, was cramming too much information into their heads at one time and have them not remember it. And I took this to this day. She says, you know what? If you can tell them something and be done in 2 days, or you can tell them something and it takes you 4 days, they're not going to remember anything more anyways. It's orientation. I never had somebody sit down with a pen and a notepad in orientation and take notes. I've never seen that happen. Not in truck driving. And that was kind of an eye-opener for me. You know what? Stop being so damn concerned about what everybody thinks about you. Jesus, Jim, you're doing fine. And yeah, I just did my own orientation the way I wanted to. And to this day, that very first class, every single one of those air quote students are still really good friends. I talk to them every single day. And at the end, I asked them, how did this go? And they all looked at me and they said, you did great. And I told them right off the very beginning, this is the first time I've ever done this. And I made the biggest mistake. I apologized right there. I should have never apologized. Because they had no idea. They didn't know. Just do it. And it's all good. And that's how I've been rolling. I just do what I gotta do. If somebody doesn't like what I have to say, then just don't listen. Move on. Kick rocks. But I'm happy doing what I do. It's like Joey Whisper says, you know, his main job is driving the truck, getting the truck up and down the road. This whole social media thing is just a second. I thought it would be something neat to do a while back, and now I'm doing the best I can and enjoying absolutely every single minute of this. I get to drive up and down the road, see all the beautiful scenery, see the craziness out here, and I get to share it with, you know, somebody that's maybe never even seen the aspects of truck driving before. Stacy commented on my Discord last night. Thank you so much for showing. She said I had no idea what somebody endures in the industry. That was super cool, and I thought, you know, all right, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and I love it. So from, I don't know, when my manager threw me into that orientation that day, he changed my life. Totally changed my life. I was shy, always concerned about what everybody thought about me, zero self-confidence, couldn't care less. Just what an awesome moment in my life. Sometimes you just need a kick in the arse. And that was a get over myself moment. Stop being so concerned about what everybody thinks about you, because you just, I don't know. Yeah, my grandma told me all the time, you can't change what other people think about you. You can only change what you do yourself. Which is right. There's gonna be haters, be lovers, and let the haters hate. They feel the algorithm. I had a comment on my Thor video, Thor and Zeus, when I had all those 3 shepherds in the truck, and somebody got on there and said, so well, what a shitty thing for you to do to all those animals, pack them in there for hours on end, blah blah blah. And I thought, wow. So you're just assuming because I put a video up there that I have 4 trucks in my dog. I said it again. 4 dogs in my truck all the time. And just because you see this thing on the internet once, you think that's the way my whole entire life is. So I just responded to the guy, thank you so much for that kind comment. And I just left it at that. Water off a duck's back. I would have got that guy in a heartbeat. What good would it have done? Nothing. People are going to think what they want to think. I got to remind myself that quite often. Run across motocross drivers out here that are not exactly the best, and you want to get on the CB radio, eastbound and down, and say something to them. What good is it going to do? Nothing. See, here we go. Mindless Banter 101 in the morning. This is my prequel to the DA1 feed tonight. Every kind comment I get just makes me... If people out there think that I'm full of confidence, no, I'm not full of confidence. It's a work in progress. Sometimes I get a little overconfident, and that can be a problem. Overconfidence comes across as arrogance at times, and that's definitely not my intention whatsoever. But it's just my way of overcoming the nerves and the fear at times. You know what I mean? But one thing I'm never going to do is apologize for who I am. God put me on this earth like this. It's what we all get. We get a hoser. Don't you know? Oh, I wish my head would clear. What a beautiful day out here. Let's stop talking about me now and shut up. I saw that last night. Still, 1 minute and 24 seconds. That was rich. That one made me giggle. I said I'm going to be quiet for six seconds. Then I said, no, maybe a minute until it gets on there. Yeah, you started talking again in 1:24. Comic Relief 101. That was perfect. So I'm going to change that Rumble thing from cocktails and TC to beers with bros. I like that. I think that's going to stick. I'm changing it if I can figure out how to. So if you see beers with bros on Rumbles, right now it's called cocktails and TC. Yeah. Let's extend the clan. Beers with bros. I like that way better. So join us on the Rumble. I don't know when. It's tough, difficult, and I 100% agree with what you said last night, Yankee. What difference does it make? You don't need a damn day. Just get on and do it. People are going to get notifications. If you're on, you're on. If you're not, you're not. It's nice for people that would have a schedule, but I don't have a schedule. You never have a schedule. So what day am I going to go on? I'm going to go on a day that ends in Y. There you go. Tonight is definitely one of the important streams to me. This DA1, Devilishly Angelic 1, I'm going to watch again tonight. Please, Mr. Yankee, you can throw all them up there. I don't know how you do all that fancy stuff with them links and whatnot. You have my blessing at any time you want to do whatever you want with all those links. I totally 100% don't care. Spread the word. It's fine with me. I want every single one of goes anywhere, I want to bring everybody with. Probably won't, but I'll just hope. Get to see my son tonight. That's going to be awesome. He's going to come over to the house and spend 3 days with me while I'm home. Super happy to have that. I think Nathan, Nathan said hi. I think it was Yankees feed when I was home a couple weeks back. And I'm going to see if I can get him on. He wants to do gaming streaming. And that's actually the whole reason why I have that big setup at home. Was for I got the monitors so I could do the flight simulator thing. But he wants to get into gaming, game programming. He was gonna follow his brother's footsteps and go into the military. His conversation that him and I had a few weeks ago was his heart's just not in it. And I'm not gonna say, I mean, he's 17 years old. He can make up his own mind on what he wants to do. And his heart's in computer programming and game making, whatever they call it. So that big massive workstation I have at home is really getting set up for Nathan so he can do his thing. I actually bought that computer for Nathan. Well, it's for my trucking business, but I bought it for Nathan so he could use. And it's been there for 2 years and we still haven't got it set up for him. He's 17 now. And he's like, Dad, when are we gonna get this going? And I'm like, you know what? Now's the time, bro. Let's get it happening. So when Nathan gets himself set up, if we have gamers on here, I'll throw his stuff up here too. He's such a kind-hearted, gentle soul. Both of my boys are. They definitely take after their mother. So super cool to have Nathan coming over and spend a few days with me. We're gonna fire up the smoker, make chicken, smoke some chicken, some pork butts, make a bunch of ribs, make some roast beef. He wants to do some bacon, so we're gonna go in the kitchen, make a bunch of cookies, some banana bread. We're just gonna spend the next few days just doing what we do. We love to spend time in the kitchen together. Slower than I would like. For anybody that's wondering too, from Seuss's Yelp yesterday, he is doing better today. I'm kind of wondering. Well, see, I don't know. The vet will check him out tomorrow. But when he jumped into the truck and he made that little yelp yesterday on the stream, and I looked at him, he wasn't favoring his back right paw at all. He was standing on 3 paws, and he had his back right leg up, like he hurt it. And so I had tears in my eyes for real. I got down and I looked to make sure he didn't step on a piece of glass or have something in the pad of his foot, and he didn't. And then he jumped up on the bed, or maybe he jumped up on the bed first. But started moving his paw around, and he was just yelping back there in pain, and I felt so miserable. I'm like, what did I do to you, dude? And I think when he jumps up on the step of my truck, there's a little crease right there, and I'm wondering if he caught his toenails in that crease and just kind of tweaked his ankle a little bit. He limped for probably 3 or 4 hours. When he got up this morning, I just took him for that walk. He was fine. I gotta just stop letting him jump in and out of the truck like that. I mean, it's hip dysplasia and Shepherd's is never a good thing anyways. He doesn't have it. He never will have it. But I don't need to take any chances with him getting hurt like that. He's too special to me. So I'll have the vet check him out tomorrow. He's fine. I know Miss Kells commented on it last night on Discord. How's Zeus doing? He's doing fine. He's good. But I'm not going to let him jump in and out of the truck like that anymore. That's just too scary of a thought to be out here on the road and have him jump into the truck and break a leg, and here I'm on the damn road. I'm not doing that anymore. When I stand alongside the side of the truck anyways, he knows he can put his front paws on my shoulder and I'll just set him on the ground. He's done that since he was a puppy. We're just going to have to go back to that again. I'll just set him on the ground so he doesn't hurt himself. And then we need to pick up Capone and kick Capone back in the truck. He is going to be a permanent fixture, everybody. It's just not working for him where he's at right now. So Capone will be coming in the truck soon. I don't have a time frame on that yet. It's going to be challenging to say the least. But I just don't have a choice. I either put Capone in the truck and figure it out, which I know I can, or the dog's going to have to get rehomed, and I'm not rehoming my babies. Not happening. So Capone's going to come in here with me. He is, he's my black and tan, if you saw him on a previous video. His nickname is Shop Dog. He follows me around everywhere. He's probably the most laid-back shepherd I've ever seen in my life. You want to talk about low drive. The only drive he has is the cat. Other than that, he has no drive. All he wants to do is go from the house to the garage, back to the house, and back to the garage, and just follow me around. So we're going to get him in the truck, and I'm going to have to train him. Like I had said before, I'm going to have to train him on how to do all the things that Zeus and Thor do in here. Because it's I'm getting messages. Sorry for the music. This morning on Rumble, if you were there, I brought my dogs outside. They went potty, and I was back in the truck in just a couple of minutes. And these two know that. Just from the years of being here, that's what they're used to. We get out, we do our business, we get back in the truck, and we rock and roll. Capone's, he's leash trained, but he's not leash trained to do his business on. And when I had him with me last time, I got up in the morning and it was 2 hours. 2 hours to get him to go to the bathroom. And he never did. He didn't, kind of like watching Indy eat last night. Sometimes you just want to, sometimes you just won't. Capone didn't go to the bathroom for 3 days. I mean, we're talking, he number 1, but he did number 2 for 3 days. And when he got out of that truck and he wasn't on a leash, that's going to take some training. He had to have been so uncomfortable. Super nice dog. Y'all are gonna love him. And he's a talker too. He sits alongside of me and he looks at me and he doesn't beg, he just starts to talk. I don't think I'm gonna try to get around this waste management truck. I think I'm just gonna stay right here. Talk a lot about my dogs. They're my babies. Now he's slowed down. Alright, I'm just going to throw my blinker on here and see if this guy's going to let me go around. If he's going to let me go, I'll go. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to get behind him and set the cruise super low and just stay back there. I got a feeling he's not going to let me go. And of course, we're coming up to the biggest hill I have to climb. At the time, I want to get around this guy. Let's see how this one works out. There's nobody behind me right now, so that's the only reason I'm going to try this. I'm sure it's going to be a failure. Do this to people. When I'm in the right-hand lane, I gotta get back behind him, guys. When I'm in the right-hand lane and somebody's trying to get around me, I let them go. You know, I don't play that game. That's bullshit right there. Let the guy go. Frustrating as can be. I'm just going to set my cruise at 63. This guy can just do whatever he's going to do because he's never going to let me around. He's just going to... Apparently he's got the... I'm not playing that game on my go-home day. That's the challenges we deal with out here. That's one of the very, very many. Somebody that's got to stress their eggplant. You're not going to get around me. Alright, well, fine then. Instead, I'm engine braking downhill so I don't run into them. And you're bouncing back and forth between here and Mr. Whisper's feed, please over there, please tell him I said hello and good morning when he stopped. I prefer it much better when I can do my lives early in the morning, catching a sunrise, and then bounce over to Mr. Whispers, but you know, doesn't always work out that way. Spread the love from me to him if somebody would. Eventually, sometime down the road in the future, somebody's going to be listening to me say this right now. And please, if you're hearing this, if you haven't ever tuned in to Joey Whispers 1776 on YouTube or Joey Whispers on Rumble, please stop in, like his feed, consider subscribing to his channel. One of the most original people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting over the internet, not in person. So please say hi. It's amazing how I can catch up to somebody like this, but I just can't seem to get around them, you know? Beautiful morning. Thank you everybody for stopping in, whether there's one person in here or 500. It's Wednesday, March 6th, time and temperature check. It is a balmy 34 degrees here in Wisconsin. We're coming up on Osseo, Wisconsin right now. Go through Osseo, it'll bring us up by Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is 2 hours directly south of where I live. Up there in the northern Minnesota area, or northern Wisconsin area. Sorry, I was born in Minnesota, I still say that to this day. I was from Minnesota there, don't you know, hosers. Waste Management has they have a hub, Highway 53 north of Eau Claire. I'm gonna go on a limb and say this guy goes north on 53. often, but they might be. You never know. And there's one in Minnesota on the west side of the St. Croix River, always open. It's a super coupe. Guaranteed 100% they're open. In all my years of driving, I've only seen that place closed a handful of times. It's usually because they're doing service on the scales, certifying them or something like that, but that super coupe is always open. So we'll get to see that happen. I think I need to clean my mirrors off. My GoPro's got a full charge on it. I think when we get to the customer, I'm gonna do what I did yesterday morning. As long as I unstrap, untarp, roll my tarps, and maybe if I have enough battery left, I'll stick it up on my heading rack and y'all can watch this trailer get unloaded. If I have enough battery left. If I can keep service. It's a lot of ifs. I'll try. We have a load of ceiling tile grid and ceiling tile grid parts on the deck. It's all underneath a tarp load. It's all underneath a tarp load. It's all underneath a tarp. This product can't get wet, obviously. Some of this ceiling tile grid could be painted. That would be really, really bad. I need to stop and make some more coffee. I got down to the creamer part now. It's all creamer. Disgusting. When I'm posting in shorts, that it's been there for 4 days. When I throw shorts up, I almost wonder if I should just shut this down and do a vertical live for a while. The only problem with the vertical live in my truck, I don't know what Mr. Whisper uses for a mount in his truck, but boy, does my phone shake hard. It's almost too hard. And my audio was terrible at that point too. Maybe I will when I stop and make a cup of coffee. Maybe I'll go vertical for a while. I'll 700 times more views for me on a vertical feed versus a horizontal feed. The last 2 times I tried though was it didn't really work very well. It started off with I think right off the bat we got 25 feet. Says lost connection, and it's back. Lost connection. I said, this is a really bad area for cell phone service, and this. Hold on, I'll be surprised. Oh, which brings me to another one. So I wanted to get my Starlink satellite mounted on my truck while I was home. Very interesting story. That's not going to happen right now. So my Starlink is at my house, so I'm super, super, super excited to get this thing up. And a friend of mine has Starlink satellite, and he has a mount that he purchased through a third-party company called Star Mount Systems. They're out of California. So the Starlink itself was very expensive. And then the mount, so it's a third-party mount. So I guess I have to explain. The Starlink satellite, it's just it looks like a solar panel. It's probably about 2 feet long and maybe a foot wide. And it's got a stand that you just set it on the ground. It picks up the satellites in the sky, and there's a rotor that goes into your truck, and you get service from it. Well, in order to mount this onto an RV or a boat or anything, you have to have some kind of a mount for it. Otherwise, you have to set it up every time you want to use it. So there's a company in California, it's called Star Mount. And my buddy Anthony has his mounted on his truck, and he bought this mount through Star Mount. The guy's name, the guy that owns it, I'm not even going to mention his name. So anyways, my Star Mount is sitting on my kitchen table. I ordered the Star Mount and the Starlink at the same exact time, and I asked Star Mount how long it's going to take for me to get this mount to my house, and he says, I literally have it in my hand right now. Well, hold on, let me back up a day. So I ordered the Star Mount, and I did better. Come on, Pollock, you can do better than this. So I ordered it at like 10 o'clock at night, and I didn't get any emails confirming the order, but the purchase went through on my credit card. So I thought, well, that was strange. So the next day rolls around, and it's 9, 10 o'clock Pacific time, and I still don't have an email from Star Mount confirming my order. Well, when I was ordering the Star Mount itself the night before, I was having some major issues with my major plastic. I don't know what was going on. That kept coming up denied, and I'm like, why is my cards getting declined? I don't understand what's going on here. And it's not because I was traveling. My cards are all set up so that these card companies all know I'm a driver. That wasn't the problem. So I called Star Mount the next morning. This is when I was this is when I just got unloaded out there in Utah. I got unloaded, I pulled onto the street, and I called Star Mount. And he says, oh, it's a really good thing you called because your account was flagged as fraudulent. Wow. Okay, I guess I need to start speaking with an accent. I do not understand why you would say that I am being fraudulent. I'm like, well, that's really bizarre. I says, I did have some issues with my card I was trying to pay with last night. Maybe that was the issue. And he says, well, I'm glad you called. He says, apparently all of their mounts are white, and he had to bring it into powder coating because I wanted a black one to match the next truck I get is going to be black, so I didn't want to have an ugly white Star Mount on the back of my truck. I have your Star Mount in my hand, he says, and I am bringing it over to powder coat as we speak. I'm like, perfect. So I get off the phone. How long is it going to take? He said it'll be about a week. I'm like, that'll be awesome. The Star Mount and the Starlink will show up at my house at the same time. I can kill two birds with one stone. I can get home. I can see my kid. working out perfect. I still don't have an email from Starlink to this day confirming my order. I called them yesterday. Now, I'm not about bashing companies at all. And that's not what this is. But I'm a little miffed. So I called Starlink yesterday. And the owner answers his phone. And says hello, and when I spoke to him out when I was in Utah, we had a great conversation. Just a nice sounding kid. He's in his 30s. Awesome conversation. Well, that wasn't the case yesterday. I tried to call, no answer. Called back, got him directly again. I says, hey, how you doing? He says, doing good. How are you doing? And I said, doing awesome, man. I said, I'm going to be home this weekend. I'm just wondering if you were able to ship out that star mount to my house. And he said, well, what's your name again? And I told him who I was, and I reminded him of the conversation we had, how I was flagged fraudulent and whatnot. And he said, oh, yeah, that's right. He says, let me look. He says, I'm driving in my car right now. What's your account number? And I said, I don't know what my account number is. He said, if you remember, the emails never came through. And he goes, well, what's your name? And I told him my name's Jim. He says, well, I don't have anything like with your first name and your last name that comes up on my phone. He says, you need to give me the account number. And I'm like trying to explain to him, I don't have the account number. And he's like cutting me off when I'm trying to explain the story to him to try to help him remember this whole deal. And he was like kind of getting belligerent on the phone. I thought, well, maybe this guy's just having a bad day or whatever. So I hang up the phone and I'm looking through all my emails again, trying to find the email with the account number. And I can't find it. This was yesterday morning. It was probably 9 o'clock Pacific time. So I call him back like he asked me to, and he didn't answer the phone. And I left him a voicemail, and I gave him all of my information. I gave him multiple emails because I can't remember which email I used when I made the order. 6-7 hours later, I still haven't got a return phone call. I called him back yesterday after, but it probably 4 o'clock Pacific time, and he answers the phone. I says, hey, this is Jim, and he goes, oh, jeez. I'm like, oh, jeez. He goes, I can't find you anywhere. I hadn't even said anything yet, and I'm like, are you gonna turn? Is this guy turning? Oh, that's Highway 53 right there. So I said, I keep wanting to say his name. I don't want to use his name. I don't want to bash the guy. I said, I just want to know if this thing is shipped so I can get it hooked up to my truck this weekend. And he says, I told you on the phone. Oh, I told you on the phone, he says to me, if you don't have an account number, I can't help you. I said, well, there's a problem here. I said, I have spent almost $700 on a product that you're telling me that you can't send me because you don't have my account information. I said, you never sent me an email. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. And he says, oh, well, geez, what's your email again? And I'm like, well, I already gave it to you once on the, I'm thinking to myself, I'm not telling him that. I gave you my email on the voicemail, so you have my email. So does this mean you didn't look it up and you're just saying this, or you're verifying? I don't know. It was really bizarre. So I give him my personal email, and he can't find me. And he says, well, what's your business email? So I give him that, and he says, well, I don't have any information for you under there either. He says, so I don't know what to tell you. And I'm like, wait, I'm just waiting for the this is fraudulent thing to come out. Now, I don't know what this dude has to go through to find an order. I don't work in his business. But I've given you all the information I could possibly give you. And he says, oh, wait a minute, I just found it. I said, okay. He goes, well, you have your account under James. I'm like, oh my God. Well, yeah, my name is James, but I don't exactly walk around calling myself James. No, that's my legal name. So he finds my account, finally. I'm like, all right, cool. This 20-minute story time here. So he finds my account. And I can hear him talking in the background to somebody else talking about his Baja Racer, the new. So he goes, it's shipping tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, that's it? He goes, yeah, that's it. Nothing else? No, this is what happened or anything, just it's shipping tomorrow? He goes, I told you it's shipping tomorrow, click. And he hung the phone up on me. I was like, oh my God, what did I do to piss in your post toasties? All I wanted to know was when it was coming to my house. I wasn't calling, complaining. I wasn't whining or bitching. I wasn't upset at all. I was very cordial on the phone. I mean, I was slightly irritated with his attitude towards me. I didn't like it all. But then the guy phone upon me, and I was like, what the hell is that all about? So I apologize to everybody. My son is not going to be on the next week. I was really looking forward to it, and this is one of these things where I'm so looking forward to getting this thing installed on the truck so I can give some better quality video out here and stop the teleporting. And then stuff like this happens, and it pulls the rug out from under your feet, kind of sucks the wind out of your sails, and it's like, I don't know, I have a 30-day money-back guarantee on the Starlink, and the first thing that went through my mind is I might as well just send the damn thing back. I'm to have something that you're really looking forward to, kind of bash like that. I mean, maybe the guy was having a bad day, I don't know, but shame on you. I all your customers like that. You need to put a video up on putting that on the truck. It looks really neat. And now I'm gonna have to wait another week. Even I don't email to call again to ask for my email or my account number and all that. It was really, really strange. I don't know if it's a California thing, if that's just how they treat customers over there, but I believe in de-escalating a situation, not causing a problem over nothing. But if you're frustrated and you're irritated because you can't figure your shit out on your own end, don't take it out on the customer. I'm sorry you were in your car, man. It wasn't the best time, but when you dial 0, when you call the company up and you dial number 1, so hit number 1 for sales and service, and I hit number 1 and nothing happened. And then it says, well, nothing happened, so I call back and it says dial number 0 for the operator, and I dialed number 0 and it went to the owner's cell phone. So clearly, I've never heard anybody else answer the phone there, so obviously this is like a one-man show. But he's got this calling tree on his business, and it makes it sound like he's got this big, huge corporation, and I don't think it is. Like, I know the guy races Baja, so everything just goes to his cell phone. Maybe if I was the owner of that, I would consider, maybe getting an employee to answer the phone, because I don't think you really have the business etiquette to be answering the phone yourself. Ramble, done. You know what? My first rant on Rumble, I'm gonna do that myself. I'm gonna get on the ting ting, and I'm gonna rant to that. What do you think? Oh, god, I just took a swig of coffee creamer. Nasty. I definitely have my mother's gift for gab. I can take a story and turn it into I can turn a lullaby into a frickin' novel, let me tell you. Mr. Starmount, I hope your day is going better on Wednesday than it was on Tuesday. It's 35 degrees now. We're getting clouds. I'm gonna have a mess. The sun behind me, I can't see anything right now. It's terrible. Get this load off in time to maybe I can get lucky enough to have a sandwich at the same time Mr. Whispers is today. That'd be kind of cool. Sit down and have some lunch. Best part of driving truck right now is I look down to my right. Misha's staying with his mother in her house, and she's having some anxiety issues. Not not Jennifer, but the dog is having some anxiety issues, and apparently apartment management is not very happy. So Misha's been staying at my house through the day while Mama goes to work. And I don't know, maybe Misha will be around this weekend, or this week, and everybody can meet Misha as well. She's another super sweet shepherd. All of ours are. But that little dog's got the loudest bark. I mean, she's 60, I don't know, maybe 64 pounds. She's not the biggest Chevy. This guy's gonna let me over. That's what you get when you drive a minivan. You're number one. Maybe I'll get to get Misha on too. She is so pretty. I don't know if she's going to be at the house or not when I get home. I'm just going to stick around there or go back over to Mama's. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Let's see where she ends up. Please remember, DA1's on tonight. I don't know if that's going to be a Rumble only thing or a Rumble YouTube thing. I have no idea what's going on. But tune in to DA1 tonight. I think it's, I don't know. I don't know what time it is. I can never remember these times. It's tonight. Discovery Channel. I've got rid of all of my Menominee Way Station. There is a signs on the side of the road, electronic signs that say open or closed. I do not believe they work anymore. But I have drive wise in my truck here anyways, that'll give me a bypass if I need to bypass it or if I need to go in. And, we'll see what happens here. You see the trucks in front of me taking a right, well then we know we're probably going in. This one says pre-pass, follow in-cab signals. And mine says pull in. So, if it's open, we're going in. I have not been in this scale in a long, long, long time. I believe I see the big word up there. Yes, I do. It's the big word. We're driving on by. Look right there to the right at that green sign. Closed. There's the scale. It's really cold here, folks. I don't know if I should be doing this GoPro on the Chrome Dome thing today or not. I should really have my hat on. The problem that I run into when I have my hat on and put the GoPro mount on my head, that my hat moves around and then the GoPro starts to slide off and gets crooked. I guess I can do whatever I can do to make it look okay. Pretend. I'm good at pretending. Keep her on the road, driver. Gosh, she was almost in the grass there. coffee. Hopefully they're warm enough now with the heater on. Turned the mirror heater on a while ago. T-O-T-T-Y, the puppies. They're about an hour and a half away from Minneapolis. Coffee time. Coffee time, Zeus. Coffee time. And potty time. Yes. Oh, you're fluffing. Look at that. You're fluffing, dude. Big time. You're driving? You can drive. Do you want to drive? Hey, Yankee, Stacy, hello. What's going on, Hoser? This'll just be a couple seconds. He's in and out, I'm sure. Where's my hat? Mom would say to me, "You don't feel good, put on your hat." You're right. Put on your hat. It's a little chilly out there. Stay there. Watch your ears, guys. I gotta blow some fluff out of here. Woo! Truck needs a good cleaning. All right. Patrick right now? Well. Last time Patrick said anything was 7:12. Patrick, where are you? Yes, those are good boys. Hey, they're my boys. Chat's closed. Back on the road. Dude, seriously, it's 34 degrees and you've got frickin' flip-flops on. Are you out of your friggin' mind? You're in Wisconsin, not California, man. Flip-flops are not for truck driving. Those are for surfing. Oh, that bugs me. Did you go to a job interview with frickin' flip-flops on? Jesus. Guess that guy needs to go to grab himself a cheeseburger and a soda water. Flip-flops. Frickin' Wisconsin. That's what this industry's turned into now. It's steering figured this guy I just passed is gonna come back around me because I'm climbing a hill and he's lighter than me. He's gonna pull back in front of me and it's gonna take me 4 miles to get around him again. And I'm right at the top of the hill. Ever asks me which part of the country do I think is the worst part to drive in, I would be hard pressed to say anything other than Minneapolis. As soon as I start to get around this area, people lose their minds. When I'm in Chicago or LA or, big major metropolis areas like that, I can count on it being crazy. But Minneapolis, St. Paul really isn't that big when you think about it. Song of the stream. was on today. Thank you so much. See how warm it is when I get over to unload. If it's warm enough in Minneapolis, I'll throw the GoPro back up top. If not, I'll just continue on with my day. Anybody out here wants me to keep this thing going, let me know and I'll let her rock and roll. But maybe something would happen in Minneapolis that's worth recording. Probably not. I'm not going to be there around a rush hour time. That stops in and says good morning to me, and Zeus and Thor. We appreciate your time and thanks for watching. Patrick, Yankee, Stacy, Mikey, Cassie. Thank you so much. We're going to shut this thing down. back on what I've been doing.